Hello friends, welcome to the shop. Today we're going to show you how you take two pieces of lattice wood and make a beautiful and easy frame using just a simple saw and a square. This is a very fundamental build. You don't need a lot of tools and virtually anyone can do it. So the whole build cost us about less than 50 cents. And you can find those in most any big box store, right?
Depends, but we found them at Menards.
So they're fairly inexpensive if you want to go down there, to sell them. You can buy a bundle of them for very little amount of money.
It was 50 of them in the bundle for about $12 where we are.
Right, so it ends up being about 25 cents a piece. So this is a very inexpensive wood. And the other advantage of this is that you don't have to do anything with it. You don't have to mill it. You don't have to cut it in size. This is the perfect size for many projects. And if you remember, and I'm going to put a card up in case you missed that episode, we use those same kind of pieces to build our box. What do we call that?
Which one?
The box we built with blankets in.
Oh, the crate.
Yeah, the box crate. That again costs us very little money. So stick around and we'll show you how we build this. After you cut your first piece, a couple of things to note of importance. Your corners should be opposing. In other words, you should end up with a small side and a long side. And the small side should be actually slightly smaller, slightly smaller than the size of the picture you want to frame. So the picture will overlap a little bit in the back. As you can see, these little lap pieces are ideal for cutting picture frames, and this is a very easy way to make them. So now that we have one, we're going to come back on our second piece. Come all around here. And I will show you what a good result we have. I mean, this is a great miter, and it is true for both ways. So you can see our miters are just about perfect. So once we do that, align your piece, and I'm using the reason of the cardboard board is to protect my bench, which is almost funny because this bench is horrible. Be careful not to move it, because if you do, you're going to change the angle. And now you can use this other piece of course. To make a frame, we'll need a total of 4 pieces. Let's see how we did here. Again, another great corner, as you can see. Going to make another piece, and we're going to need one more piece of wood, right?
Yes.
So once you clamp it, again, use the old piece and butt your saw there. All right. So we have 3 pieces now. Of course, we need the 4th, and we don't have a long enough piece, so we're going to use another piece. The only important thing here is that the pieces are exactly the same width, which in our case they are, because if they are not, even if you have the angle cut perfectly, you are not going to have a good result because it will not match correctly. So of course here we don't care, because we're going to cut the 2 corners out of this one. And now, I wonder if how I want to do that. Well, I guess I'll do it this way, right? Makes no difference. Let me use this piece to make sure that there. You can use another piece, an extra piece, to make sure that you are flush. That both pieces are flush. And now we need to clamp it again. Give yourself some working space when you clamp, because you do need to be able to use the and again, you want to come this way or not? You just butt your saw exactly on the piece and alright, now for this exercise we did not measure anything because really I do not have a picture. We just want to show you how simple this approach is. You can get one of these saws for about $18, or you can get a full Japanese saw that has two sides that cut for a little over that, but this is an inexpensive saw. You do want to use a fine tooth saw, however, for this process. It has to be a finish type of saw, not a rough cutting saw. And of course, if you have power tools, you can use a power tool. I just want to show you that with just a saw, a square, and glue, you can make a nice frame. Okay, and here's our finished frame. And as you can see, the corners are actually almost perfect, and if you sand them a little bit, it will be fantastic. You won't see anything. For this project, we did use CA glue because it's fast. In 60 seconds, it is ready to go. But you can also use Gorilla Glue. If I can find it. Where?
It's over there under the...
You can use Gorilla Glue. Remember that you need to wet one surface if you use Gorilla Wood Glue. Or you can use standard wood glue. If you do that, remember you can tape these corners. You don't need to do anything more with that. You can just tape them so they can stick together as you wait for the glue to dry. Now, an interesting thing about this is that while this is just a picture frame, you can do a lot of things with it. For example, you can make it here. We have a very plain box, deep box picture frame, and you can actually make it to go around this and give it some more dimension and simply stain it to match the color. Another thing is you can stain this, or you can color it if you want to put it in a child's bedroom. I mean, there is a limitless amount of things that you can do, and because of how it works, you could always make a box out of them, like this frame here, by simply measuring and putting. You just need to leave a little bit of lip to put the glass, but you can see how easily you can modify this. Now, another way you can connect this corner if you do not want to glue it, if you can see here with these pieces of scrap, you could potentially use a staple gun. This is not a good corner, but you could use a staple gun. Just leave it in the rear so it is not visible. There is really a great number of different ways that you can use to create this simple frame, and also there are a lot of uses, and maybe we're going to make a series about what you can do with these things. I like the idea of making a box. What do you think about that? Mm-hmm. It would be very simple and very inexpensive. This frame really cost us 50 cents only because we could not get all of it out of one piece. Each piece is 25 cents, right? So because we use two pieces, we'll call it 50 cents, but look how much more I have. So if I was to make 2 or 3 frames, the cost is coming down. Or if you measure it in a way that you want to make it different. For example, this ended up being almost square. If we have measured it to make it more of a parallelogram, probably we could get it out of one piece, right? Mm-hmm. And I think I said it again, but the important thing is make sure that the length, the inside length, is smaller just slightly, maybe a fourth of an inch than the picture you plan to put in it. But as you can see, this is a simple project that you can knock out very, very quickly. And again, what I like about this is that you can use a simple saw, a very inexpensive square, and glue, and that's all you need. I hope that you did enjoy today's short episode. And because of the holiday weekend, we just decided to make a short episode this week. And we wish you all a happy holiday weekend. And if you like it, please smash the like button. If you didn't, the other button works as well. Subscribe to our channel, share with your friends, and comment to make our community more vibrant. I appreciate you visiting the Garage Woodworker, and we will see you on Wednesday with another set of tips and tricks.